My name's Hakan. I was diagnosed with lupus in 2011 when I was just 17 years old. I had some difficulty wrapping my head around what this meant for me. So I'm hoping that this kind of reaches out to people so that they feel a little bit less lost and that there are people out there as well going through similar tribulations. I had no idea what lupus was before my diagnosis, so there was a lot of new words, including lupus, thrown at me when I was diagnosed. Being a young male, it was quite a unique case because lupus commonly presents itself in older females. So my initial thoughts with the diagnosis was actually quite scared. I remember that first night that I was in hospital and I was told I had to stay the night. When visiting hours were over, my parents had left and I spent a big chunk of that time in the hospital bed crying. Prior to this, I was a healthy 17-year-old who had never been to a hospital. I think it's important to understand that lupus can affect anywhere from head to toe throughout the body, and those symptoms can evolve over time as well. So what you're experiencing one year might be very different to what you can be going through the following year. Some of the early symptoms that I presented with was pericarditis, which is associated with chest pains and fluid around the heart. And so for me, sitting upright and leaning slightly forward was actually a way to kind of alleviate some of that pain. So I'd spent a lot of nights in my bed, propped up with pillows, sitting down upright to fall asleep. And some of the arthritis pains that I was experiencing as well, my mum would get a nice warm bucket of hot water where I could dunk my hands and feet into as well. And that was a way of kind of calming down the joints and alleviating some of that pain that I was experiencing. Something that was really helpful for me was actually giving my body the rest that it needed. So it's important to listen to your body, and fatigue plays a very big part in lupus as well. I might have grand plans to play with my soccer team over the weekend, but I might be too unwell to do that. There's no need to rush out of bed to clean the house or run errands. If your body's tired, you need to give it the rest that it needs. If you know someone who has lupus or are caring for someone who has lupus, I think it's important to be there for them. Listen to their concerns, and just giving them the support they need is quite invaluable for them. I'm doing quite well these days, so I'm in remission with lupus nephritis, and the medications that I'm taking are actually doing a really good job at suppressing the symptoms of the lupus. But I think it's important to note that lupus symptoms are constantly evolving and it can affect any different organ within the body. So I have to be on my toes and prepared for any potential lupus flares. I'm seeing my specialist regularly, I'm getting my blood work done, which is important to kind of monitor the progress of the disease. I've learned that lupus is, quite a serious disease, but you can still live a relatively normal life. You can still accomplish amazing things. I've gone on to finish a doctorate and I'm working in a hospital and I have a son at home, and I'm definitely proud of myself. I've come a long way since my diagnosis, from the terrified 17-year-old boy who didn't really know what lupus was. You can live a very normal life with lupus. So, hang on to those positive days, be kind to yourself. You will have flares, but you've also got people around you there to support you, specialists that know how to take care of you. So don't let lupus slow you down. Yes, you're going to have bad days, but you're also going to have many good days as well.